too. So let's see how it goes. Okay, mic is on. Check our voice. Yep, mic is on. Let's see if we are broadcasting now. Live. We are live. And okay. No. So live now. Here we go. Okay. We're just gonna have to change up a couple things. And I will keep you guys updated. Right now we have the here we go. We are broadcasting the 2017 Crystal Snowflake. Right now we've got the 9 a.m. draw, which is going to be the third event semifinals and the fourth event final. We're going to have the fourth event final as our feature sheet. So I'm going to read off what we got going on here. On sheet A, we've got Team Lawler from Broomstones versus the Philly Phlakes from Philly. On sheet B, that's one of the semis of the third event. On sheet B, we've got Team Muldowney from Nutmeg, and they are playing the Ice Shickles from Bucks County. Good luck to both those teams. And over here on the feature sheet, we have the Team Colacchio from the Cape Cod Curling Club and Avalanche. And they are from a Albany Plainfield Ardsley mix. So we are off for them. And here we go. We're going to live streaming. So here you go. I'm going to give you guys the warm room view momentarily. And just got to play with the switcher a bit. So let me see if I get this right. Cameras. Yeah, so I need to switch that one to... I'm talking amongst myself, I know. Let's see if I did that right. I did do it right. Wow, first try. Nope. Okay. All right, that should be what we want. Yes, it is. So here we go to the far houses. We're just going to fly rotate in. Oh, that's the near houses. There we go. So we're going to let, while I finish setting everything up, we're going to let this play out. Okay. So that should be good.
Yeah, because you look at the back, all they gave me was headshots. I was not gonna hang it up at work, like, you know. I did somebody hang it up at work.
All right. So we are live. Good, good, good. If you have any comments out there, please chime in. I'm doing my best. Virtual sheet D. I don't believe the believe the finals of the Roar of the Rings are going to start at 2. And so that did not work, so we're going to have to figure something else out for that. But here we go. Let's take a look at the far houses. There are teams over on A. It's Philly and versus Broomstones. B, Muldowney versus the Ice Shickles. That's the Bucks team. And over on C, in the 4th event final, Colacchio from the Cape and Avalanche, Philly Plainfield Ardsley. So let's so the events themselves did not really pull up for us, so we just set up the separate event here. We'll do that for the final too. We'll get rid of those. It has been a fun learning experience for myself and possibly some of the other folks who have been doing the live streaming tonight. This is our first big event that we're doing. We've done a couple league nights, but this is our first big event. This is the one that we really wanted the technology ready for, because we knew we had a lot of teams from out of town coming in, and we wanted to let their friends and family be able to watch them curl live. And our technology team did a fantastic job of making that happen in the time we wanted. So, and I would also like to thank Barb Manicatiti for her generous donation to the equipment that we're using. For those of you who do have streaming at your clubs, you know how much that the streaming can set you back. So this has been it's been a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete these. Excuse me while I try to figure this stuff out, as usual. I can't just delete it, so we'll do that. And maybe if I did this. And okay. Good. Events. Upcoming. And let's change this one to unlisted. Alright, so here we are streaming now. Let's go to the live streaming page. Okay, I'm back to somewhat normal here. So thank you to our 1 or maybe 2 fans that are watching. Let's go to C, the house on C. We are, again, this is our feature sheet. Throwing yellow stones is the Avalanche squad, Deborah Martin, and they are sitting one, and I think she's just going to like to guard that. I think Cape Cod might have a tap or something available, so she's just going to want to take that away. On a personal note, there isn't enough coffee in the world this morning. We are offering free spiked coffee. People are interested this morning. So come down to the club. Have some fun. So here we are, getting a look at the house, and Mary's actually going to try to go around the outside here, try to get that draw tucked into the. She's got to get a piece of the 4 to count. There is that high yellow guard that if she gets around it with enough weight, it'll come back that far. So yeah, so she can get there. That'd be a good shot. It's fresh ice out there, so. And she's off. And it looks a hair wide. I'm not sure if it's gonna stay on the sheet, I think. They're watching it. We had a broom drop, but she got it quickly. So Mary's draw goes to the outside. It's in play. It's a guard, but now sensing that call, Debbie is going to do that same draw and just take that shot away from Mary here. And we will go back to the far room, so you can see the lay of the land here. And sweepers are ready for it. And there she goes. They like the looks of it. Here it comes in. They still like the look. It's got the weight. Yeah, they were sweeping. I didn't think they thought it might be a little stickier out there than it was, but it went through. Again, it's fresh ice out there, so it's hard to know what draw weight is. But Mary's going to try that draw again. Yellow's still sitting 1. She's going to just try to draw in and get her. The line's pretty good on this. Sweepers are on it, but I think more for line. I think, yeah, the line will be good, and it's got a slow. Okay, and that's going to be a steal of 1 for the Avalanche. So we will get our scoreboard up here. And the red team is Avalanche. We are now in the second end. And I think we got that right. As long as I spelled Avalanche and Colacchio right, which I think I did. So here we come, and back in the second end. Go to the warm room view. Fly, rotate in. And it looks like that one did not make the hog or got burnt. So, oh, I'm sorry, Lee. I got it. Forgot to turn the overheads on. See, you know, you lose focus for 1 minute in this game, and no, I got it. I got it.
Yeah, we need to mark those.
We should only have one out. The rest of it we'd like put in a box.
Okay, so that's the thing is we just need to turn those on, and that remote should be kept over there.
Yeah, that we shouldn't use that one.
Okay.
So I think we're on. Let's make sure they all light up. Light up. Good. So I'm coming over to sheet A just because I happen to be standing here at the time. We've got hammer. So you guys can't see it because I've got it on the other one, but I'll go. It looks like Philly is sitting 4, possibly, or I'm sorry, 3, possibly 2. Lisa's going to try to draw and get a good chunk of the 8-foot in order to get her shot. I'm going to switch over there because we don't have the far shot, but we will switch to the far house as you guys can see over here on A. That is the Philly Phlakes. Lisa McCann throwing hammer now. Trying to score at least 3. We're not sure if those 2 at the top of in the top 8-foot are, which one is counting. That's a nice draw if they can drag it. Yeah, there's that fresh ice. Kind of just dug in, so. And let's see what they think. They're going to look at him. They're going to kick him, so apparently it was more decisive than I had thought. Let's go over to C again. Feature sheet. Boop. Boom. Okay, so Colacchio got a guard and then one right behind it. So great work by the lead for the Cape team, and their lead would be Carol. Carol and I just spoke earlier about the the GNCC Senior Women's Bonspiel Championship, which is going to be held at Nutmeg this fall. Just trying to sort out a date now. Still only 2 watching, but thank you to who you are. It's probably Larry. And I'm still, audio still going. Okay. Got the hit. Nice shot by, that would be the second for Avalanche. Charlotte. Very nice hit.
That's the oven singing.
The oven singing? Why is it singing?
It's preheated.
Or your French toast.
Did you get to pick your tune?
Okay.
It might be your French toast.
Why is it singing?
Because it's done.
That was for the egg thing.
On the top shelf? Okay.
So that should be done now.
Okay. I'll just turn it down.
Okay. We're back. We're walking around. Lee and Jane, who scraped this morning, are resting and watching curling. Our dish seems to be covered in snow, so we're not getting anything right now. So we've got our Chromecast going with Sports Center, the fantasy football show. Matthew Barry is up now, and he's a fan of Phillip Rivers versus the Redskins today. If anyone's setting their lineups. And the hit from the Cape is coming in. It's gonna get a piece of it, and I think it'll do the job. It had plenty of weight, and it does. Takes out the stone. Good shot. Over on sheet B, the ice Shickles are sitting 2 rocks in the 4-foot. Team Muldowney has the next 2. Excuse me, Lee. Yeah, it's at the greenwood at the far end. And here we go. Back to C. I'm sitting down again. So Jennifer Whiston here is going to throw what we think is a draw. Still going to try to get around those guards. Sweepers are on it. Now they're off it. Now they're on it. And here they come, and they are going to get a bite out of it. So, good draw. It's high up. It's not going to be a hit and roll there, so could be tap that later. So. We've got another viewer. Welcome. Welcome. And looks like Mary's just going to opt to try to take out that yellow. She doesn't want to leave him a tap. And since she has hammer, I think she's setting up for the peel here, or the blank if she can. But again, there's still going to be those 2 guards to contend with. So here's the front of the house that they are. And this is Jen again for her second shot, getting ready to go. Cleaning the rock. Settling it good. She takes her time, looking at the line.
I don't know what to do. I put some of those like glasses.
And back to the overhead view. We are looking at sheet C. The vice for the Avalanche is trying to draw. And the line's really good. It's going to be deep, but back 8 foot, so nice draw. Behind the tee, but still trying to... It's good adjustment. And I'm going to switch to B temporarily, because we've got some action in the house over here. This is looks like, I'm sorry, I don't think I have B up. That's A. Here we go. This is B. So we got some action in the house. Looks like Team Stair from Bucks is sitting at least 3. It's hard to tell if they're, I'm sorry, at least 2. It's hard to tell if they're third shot, but it's pretty close. I think Muldowney is sitting third, but there's a couple guards up there, and she's going to have trouble getting in. Diane's about to throw her first shot without hammer. So she's going to look for a defensive shot and go for a hit on that one. Over here on C, Cape Cod made their hit on the stone in the back, so Deborah's just going to try to come in and looks like maybe a hack to backline weight bump and just sit on top of that rock. And there's our logo. I finally got it up. See, I'm getting better at this. Sort of. Sweepers are on off, which is generally a good sign, and they got it around the guard. And she might even get the little roll. Oh, very nice shot. So she got a nice roll, and she's behind the guard. So Mary's just going to try to draw it and sit on top of it. There is room on the button to count. And with hammer, Mary would really like to get this one in there. Over on A, let's switch to A as the... Again, we got a lot of rocks in play over there, so... Team Lawler is... Vice is throwing her first rock. They have hammer. And they've got 2 in the house, or 2 counting at least. And looks like they're going to go try to maybe tap their center one up to just make sure that they're Oh, no, that's a guard, and that is a very nice guard. It's a very nice guard. So they must think they're definitely 1-2. Let's go back to Mary's shot here on sheet C. She's just trying to draw. Sweepers are off it. It's got a little heavy, but it's going to be back house. It'll stick around. So Deborah now probably just going to guard, I would think. Yeah. Wasting no time in making this call. A few more viewers. Welcome, everybody. If you have any questions, please let us know on the chat, and I will do my best to remember to check it. But here we are on sheet C. This is our D event final. And red with hammer. And yellow throwing her last skip rock. She's going to try to guard that, so... And it's never too early for cookies and desserts here at Nutmeg.
These cookies are really good.
These cookies are really good. Looks like there's some of the... We've got tons of breakfast quiches. We've got French toast loaf in the oven now. We've got, what is that, a strata? We've got a strata.
We have pepper quiche. We got it all.
We are overwhelmed with food this morning. We've also got a full tray of baked ziti for lunch, and the rest of Lee's pork for lunch. It is going to be... I would just come to eat, you know. If you don't have lunch plans, I would make it down here for lunch. We have plenty of food.
It's a Bonspiel. What else do you do but eat?
Yeah, these are not healthy weekends. So, Mary gonna just try to draw the other side.
Yes.
Sweepers are off it, but you know they. It's got to bite. It's got to dig in. And it's digging in. It's digging in, and. Very nice draw by Mary, but it just didn't get over enough. That was a good shot on a fresh line for her. So we got a steal of 1 for the Avalanche. So.
Wow. What's the difference in flavor?
And here we are going into third. Avalanche up 2-0. And we'll update you on the other sheets in a moment. We're actually going to go over to sheet C because they've got a lot in the house. This is hammer. Nope, this isn't hammer. This is first skip rocks for the team without hammer. And that would be the Philly team. The Philly Phlakes, Lisa McCann. So she just guarded that. And let's go over to sheet B now. Let's see what we got on sheet B as they are approaching the end of their end as well. This, I believe, is hammer on sheet B. Team Muldowney got 1 in the first. Yes. So Stayer now has a hit to score 4 if she can get to nose. But this isn't Stayer. This is the skip of that team, whose name is, I should know this because I've been calling it all weekend.
They get that yellow out, then yeah, it could be very ugly. Could be a 4.
Tracy Shickles. So here comes the shot. She's past the guard, and that is going to give her 4 for the Bucks team.
That yellow in front that's guarding it.
And
Oh, was that the last
A
shot?
looks good, so let's go to A. So this is, again, we are looking at the Team Lawler's first rock. They are red. They have hammer, so I think she's just drawing in there.
If everyone's getting high,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, but
I mean, we were able to.
five's a hard one.
Oh, she's guarding, so she's gonna protect the 2 she has, I think, and that's it's a 2-point game right now, so it's early. That's a smart move. Over on C.
It's close because you're gonna go 1, 1, 1, 2.
It was that one end with the Arizona lady.
Cape is sitting 1 in the house, and I think they are going to with hammer, and I think they're gonna.
Getting things here and there, so.
I love the sweatshirts.
Hi.
Yeah.
You know you're catching up because you have free scores. Right.
Yes.
Exactly. Right. Like, okay, we can get 1 here, we can get 2 here. Oh, they got 1. Now we're back to.
And let's see, where are we here? See, they're going to come around. They're going to get their hit. Nice. Nice shot by Charlotte. And again, if I'm getting people's names wrong, it's only because that's the way they are in the sheet. So if they change the order. And let's go over to A again, because that's a house. It's a house of stones. Lisa is throwing her last rock without hammer. And this is a hit, and she's just coming trying to smash those reds out in the middle there. And sweepers are off it, but they're running with it. She might have, oh, and she got through, and she got 1 out, and she moved the yellow in for second shot. So that's a good result. We had a bit of a kick stone there. Yeah, that's about where it was.
Yeah.
And so now red is sitting 1 with hammer, and let's see what they do. But we're going to go back to C. Because that is our feature sheet. So Charlotte's trying to draw behind the guards now. She's indicating that she thinks she's a little heavy on it. Oh, up to 7 watching, unless that's... All right, welcome everybody. Oh, and that one, that was actually a very nice T-line draw there. Or just past, that's a... And again, we're going to go over to hammer on sheet A. And it looks like Margaret Lawler is going to try to tap something up, double run. I think she's trying to tap her own red up. It might be too much weight, though. Yeah. All right, they're going to score their 1, so we're back to C, cube zoom, and here we go. I'm going to get more coffee, as you do. How's everybody doing?
Are you still
Oh yeah, I'm still broadcasting. I've got my back turned to the ice, which is, what you want out of your broadcasters.
Yeah, having some coffee.
Yeah, having some coffee.
You ordered the ZD from Massimo's because you thought we were gonna run out of food.
Yes. So we had a few late deliveries of the mac and cheese. So we're like, okay, let's order just to be safe. And then a few additional trays of mac and cheese showed up. So we're like, okay, we didn't need it.
Left our bracky casserole.
Actually, we should probably bring those in.
Yeah, but that doesn't help me out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the baked ziti.
It's in.
All right. So third end now for all the squads. Putting up a guard up. Philly's or Broomstone's got there once. They're gonna throw a guard up there. Nice guard by their lead. Over on sheet B. B's playing with a lot of stones in the house. It's entertaining for sure.
But it was the biggest truck. Nothing happened.
Karen Shane, yellow with hammer. Karen Shane is going to try to run that back, but now we're going to move over to feature sheet again, which is what everybody's looking at right now, so I guess I should go there. Cape Cod sitting 2 in the house, again with a couple of guards. I tell you, these ends so far, Cape has, both teams have really put up the guards, so trying to get those hits and rolls or draws or... What are these? So I'm going to mute for a sec. Sorry, I just had to have I've got these funfetti cake cookies, and they sound every bit as awesome, or they taste every bit as awesome as they sound. So here we go. The Vice for Jen Whiston, she did make the hit and roll there. She made the hit and it rolled out. So now Cape is going to try to put up another guard there. This is Kathy. And it looks like it's going to be a very nice guard. Maybe deeper than they wanted, but you know what? It's going to tuck behind there. So that is another mostly guarded rock. And there's just more food coming out. That's all that's happening right now in the warm room. It's just food keeps coming out. Oh, and it looks like Morakaki just made a very nice shot on B. If I was paying attention, I would have been able to see it. But yeah, she came in and tapped up. So now Diane's got 3 counting. So very good shot by Mora there. Cube zoom. We're going to go. So this is the full view. Deborah Martin here on sheet C is about to take her shot. Lining up, she's just going to try to draw to the back. The stone at the back of the forefoot. We'll go there now. Slide. We did learn that yesterday that the stinger option is not a very good one. And she had, the weight was perfect, it looked like. It just curled slightly and got to that top one. But you know, that top one is now far more open on the other side of the guards than it was previously, so that could help them out. So let's try the bird to see what that looks like. Okay, I like that one. It's nice and subtle, but it's
Which
good.
one doesn't work?
No, the stinger transition wipe. It's not.
What is that supposed to do?
I don't know. It was underwhelming, despite its name. So we're just gonna go with the cube zoom. Here we go. Colacchio, Mary trying to check out her shot, and she's still sitting 1-2. So I think she's gonna be happy to just guard that line, because now the draw. There is a definite draw to the 4-foot for the Avalanche skip. So they're just gonna want to say block that. Actually, Mary's got hammer, so again, sitting 2 with a chance to tie this game up. She's going to play it safe. And just to keep you updated on the action on sheet B, Team Muldowney still sitting 3 with hammer, and so Bucks is going to throw her first skip rock. She does not. Tracy does not have hammer, so I think she's just going to try to. Looks like she's going to throw take weight and run a red back. That's the view we're looking at. So right down here on sheet B, looks like she's just run a red into those yellows. Oh yeah, that's hit weight. Here it comes. We'll stick with here for a minute. Watch this one go. And if it gets the angle good, boom, boom. Okay, and that's a good shot for them. Let's see what it looks like in the house. Yeah, it's definitely 1 yellow, but it's red is sitting 2. So, and that's it's easy run back. So that was a nice shot by Tracy. Here we are, still on C. Yeah, so that's the stone that she moved with her last one. So now she's going to try to hit. I think she just... It's going to be hard to get around and sit nose. So I think she might just be trying to get rid of it. I mean, she could... If she gets it outside, she could double the 2 out, but I think she's just trying to lose just at least 1 and not give them too many. They're off. Sweepers like it. They're on it, but no, they start going a little more though. But it looks good from the warm room, and it does curl nicely, and it's going to stick around for shot. Oh, fantastic! That was a tough line to get, and the sweepers held it beautifully. It was a well-thrown rock. Good team shot. We always like that. So Mary's going to come in and just try to nose this and get 2. So an odd thing about the headphones, just in case anyone does this, is they're kind of bulky on your ears, so I always think there's somebody in my peripheral vision, but it just happens to be the headphone. So there's that. You know, I'm contending with that. I know you all feel for me this morning. All right, here comes Mary's rock, and she's off. It looks pretty good. Sweepers are on it. Not urgently, so I think they're just keeping it clean. And here comes back to nose, and that is a nice shot. Good shooting by both skips in this end, and that's going to be 2 red. Tie ball game. As we move into the 4th, we are now 2-2. And let's go back to sheet B real quick, because I want to show you guys what's going on here. We are down to Skip's last rocks. Tracy without hammer, throwing the red rocks. Now it's interesting, that run is not really there because Diane might have just put up a block there, guard, to prevent her from making that shot, which would have been a bad idea, all things considered. So I think she is, she's still debating. I'm not sure what she's... I'm going to go over and watch. You guys have it on the top house there, so... Oh, and it looks like she is going to try to get in there with some sort of... there's a port at the top. It looks bigger from back here than it does on camera, that's for sure. But there is a rock and a half, maybe, that she can get through. And she can see her red. I would worry that she'd chip out the red instead of doing the run back, but she seems pretty confident here, so... I'll give you an update on sheet A while Tracy and her team are debating whether or not that's the call. But Philly without hammer is looking at some guards, and their red is sitting. Broomstones is sitting at least 2, possibly 3. There are a couple half 12s for both teams, so just trying to not sure. Might be 3, but again, that might be a measure. So Lisa McCann here is just going to look to run that yellow back into the pile. If she peels, that's not a bad result for her either. So, and Tracy's shot is off on sheet B. So, and she opted to go with the draw. I think she was more concerned about the chipping out her stone and maybe giving up more than 1 here, which it's going to be tough for Diane to score more than... Unless Diane can make that chip. But again, those are really close together, so... Or close enough together to where the angle through that port might not get you... But you know, I mean, if she's able to get it, she'll get 3 and tie up the ball game. So I think that's what she's debating right now. We've got some... Oh, this is a bacon, sausage, cheese breakfast quiche. Yeah.
Extremely.
Yeah. Cholesterol free. Okay, so still going to stick with B here through the end of this end. Because this is going to be a fun shot. Oh, she's throwing it away. Okay. Not a bad idea. It looked like there's some stuff that could go wrong, so... Okay. And now we're going to go back to C here. See what we're looking at. We're looking at a red buried. Cape getting a lot of rocks in the 4-foot behind guards today, so... Oh, we lost a couple viewers. Probably my fault. Here we go. So the second for Avalanche is going to try to draw in and sit on that. That line sped up a bunch that she's throwing, so gonna have to see if it comes back. Not. And Mary is gonna sweep it through to make sure. We've got a measure actually on B. Didn't think that was a measure, but you know what? Bye, Lee. Thank you. And that is red. So it's just going to be 1 yellow for Team Muldowney after the measure. Cube zoom back. And Charlotte's just going to look to hit this. The double is there, so I think Deborah's going to keep that in mind as this rock comes down. If it comes a little high side of nose, she'll get it, but... And she might have it. Oh, she does. Beautiful double. And that is a favorable situation now for the Avalanche. Cape, Mary's taking a look. And she likes the running back her red, sending out that yellow. That's a go. Go Philly, go Bucks. All right. Got our comment. Glad, thanks for joining. I will keep you updated on the Philly and Bucks games as we go through, and we'll switch over to them when possible. They both just finished their third end, so they're coming back in the fourth now. They are tied on sheet A. So Philly and Broomstones are tied on sheet A, and Bucks is up 4-2 after 3 on sheet B. So Jen Whiston, the vice, I believe this is her first rock, is going to come in and try to guard. I don't think they were going for a hit. But sweepers are going to let it curl. It's going to come back. Okay. No, it didn't curl. Hung out a little wide. So let's see what... Mary's just going to go straight after shot rock. And I'm going to mute the board at the moment and let you watch the action in silence as I eat more food. Be right back. All right, we're back on. As a reminder, these games on Sunday are not timed. We have the finals and the semi for the third, so we have 3 hours in between draws, so should be okay. They're in the fourth. The draws are... Sheet A seems to be doing okay on time. The others are running a little behind, but not too much, so no cause for concern on that. And the draw here is Backhouse. One red is the shot right now. It's pretty well guarded. So the Cape with Mary's first stone without hammer is just going to try to, I guess, draw in behind that guard. Okay, Mary's draw is off, and she's just going to try to come in behind this guard here and sit 1-2. She doesn't have his hammer, so this is curling nicely. It's got the weight to get there. I think they're going to be happy with it. And top 8, it's a good spot. It's open, so I think Deborah's actually looking here at the double. Okay, so Mary's going to throw the hit here. Or I'm sorry, Deborah's going to throw the hit here. Just try to get rid of shot rock. She'll probably get a nice roll. Maybe even hit roll and off the other red and bounce into a good spot in the forefoot. Let's see. Here it comes. Oh. So that got a piece of the one she was going for. Pushed it out wide. Red is still, looks like they're still sitting 2. So Mary once again looking like the draw. Okay, here comes the draw. Sweepers are on off. Looks like they're content to leave it up high as a guard. Block that draw with 4 hammer, which is coming up. And now Deborah's gotta find a way in here, so they're looking around. Give you the wide view. Maybe you guys can see something. We always make the best calls from here in the warm room. And I think she's talking about the she's gonna draw, and if she gets through that port right in front of her yellow, she can even get she can even roll in off it, get a nice little like soft weight roll if she's a bit heavy, and she'll still get her 1. There's actually a there's a split there that could probably get them 2. For those of you, we'll go back to this one. For those of you who are skips and can read the angles better than I, you might be able to see that. But I think there's a way to bump that yellow and get a roll. It's a tough angle because I don't think she can actually run the yellow into the red and take out the red and maybe get the roll to sit 2. That's a tough shot, but that might be what she's going for here. Based on the broom, I think I think it's more the draw. I'm dancing around in the warm room trying to check out the right angle. But it looks like the sun is out here in Bridgeport, in case anyone's wondering, after a day of about 12 hours of snow, 12 plus hours at least. Got about a good 4 or 5 inches here in Bridgeport, but the snow is, the clouds have parted and the sun is out, and hopefully it melts the snow, making our drive back up to Hartford County a little nicer. So here comes the rock. It's curling nice. This might actually get the hit that she's looking for. No, but she did get her roll and get her one. So that's a very nice shot by Jennifer to get to score her one there. I think she was going for the whole way. I don't think she was going for the run back to try to get two. It seemed risky. It's more important to get on the board. And let's update the scoreboard. And the red score now at 3. And the end is now the 5th. All right, second half of the game coming in. Whoops, that is backwards. It's my first day. Okay. Avalanche up 3-2 coming up in the 5th. We're going to switch over to the other sheets. Diane's hit is going to nose, so she is now 1. And there's another yellow in house. So this is hammer for Tracy from Bucks, and she hits and sticks around full 4. Actually, I don't even think that's not a biter. So she's got to stay in the house after this hit, and she'll get her 2. Let's go over to sheet C real quick. I'm sorry, sheet A, near A, the one we have working. This is Philly's skips with hammer, her first rock, Lisa McCann. They are yellow stones, and they're counting at least 2, maybe 3. But she's going to try to just bring another one in. So back to B. Here's that hit, and it is more's on it, but it's going to stick around for 2. So 2 red for Bucks over there on sheet B. So, and here's A. Here comes the draw from Lisa. Sweepers are on it over here on A. Looks like it's just going to be a guard. It's a nice guard. And it overcurls a bit, so there is a bit of that's going to be some tough takeout there, but red can get through there. I think there's jams in the back, but can at least get to that shot stone probably. That's what Margaret is looking at now. So let's take you back to C just to see where we are with them, and they are all right. So Colacchio has 1 in the house, but Avalanche is sitting in the button, so without hammer, so they're going to just want to kind of guard that up because there is that run back there. Charlotte, the second for Avalanche. The first rock is off. And I'm going to go over to A because could be a fun one. Margaret is setting up her shot. This is she's going to try to. Looks like she's going to try to throw it down weight. hit and come through that port. And the stone is off. Sweepers are on it. And it is curling. Whoa, it took off on the center line on her. I don't think she expected it to move that much. And it looks like it's still 2 yellow. So now Lisa's going to have to try to figure out how to get a third one in if she wants to score 3. But she's got 2, so I think she's going to play it safe.
Who's yellow here?
Yellow is the Philly Phlakes. Tons of pork, tons of baked ziti,
Tons of quiche.
tons of quiche.
Talk up the quiche.
We're talking up the quiche.
Quiche time.
Craig, the president.
Good.
Do you ever do like birthday parties for kids and stuff?
Yep. Okay.
Is it a hard game for kids to learn?
Yeah, hold on one sec.
How old is it?
Okay, so I'm going to switch you back to the far houses on sheet C, so you can watch what's going on there. I'm going to mute.
We're hockey players, we're hockey
Oh, okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just in time to see a nice draw by Deborah, and it's a little deep, but she's sitting 2, and that was her first rock. Maybe she wanted a guard there, I guess. We had some business at the club that we had to attend to, so I was unavoidably detained. And but we are back in action here in the 5th end on Sheet C in the 4th event final. Go back to an update of the other sheets. Sheet B, this with a score of 6-2 in favor of the Icicles from Bucks. And on sheet A, the Philly Phlakes are leading 4-2 over Broomstones. And those are both 3rd event finals on A and B. So, Mary here is going to look to draw into the 4-foot and just sit on that yellow rock that's on the button. If she taps it back a hair, that'll be good too. But not too much. She'd like to keep the backing, I think, so the Avalanche can't remove the stone. Starting to move. Sweepers are on it. Got it around the guard. And here it comes. And got to it. That is nice. And that is, you can draw down to that one, but let me move over. And that is at least half buried. And if she goes for the hit, she's got to come back, and if she's too far wide or she hits the outside one first, she's going to jam on her own if it slides straight across. So she's got to throw. Oh, she's calling for the draw. So we got Jen setting up, and it looks like she's just going to sit on it. And in a tight game like this, that's a safe call. So don't want to risk giving up a big end. So again, we are in the 5th end here. Skips rocks. This is Deborah's last rock. Cape Cod has hammer. And Cape Cod is sitting 1. So sounds like, or it looks like, Deborah's content to just give her one, I think. Force and take hammer back in the 6th. So, which put them in a good spot. Both these teams are playing well. They've been making some nice shots. So here's the stone from. It's a little out there. Okay. It didn't do any harm. They are still 2nd rock. See what Mary decides to do. Again, plenty of desserts. We're heating up the pork and the baked ziti now for lunch, so that'll be Massimo's. Give a shout out to our friends at Massimo's for the excellent catering that they do for most of our events here at Nutmeg. Whatever you need, and they deliver it, and it's usually good stuff. People highly recommend the eggplant rollatini. We don't have any left over. All right. Mary's going to, they're looking at trying to play a run. I mean, she's definitely looking at how to get 2 here. Just going to take back and take a look at it. Let's fly rotate out there. And yeah, so she's definitely going to look at try to how to get to that yellow. It is. You can see half of it. So I think, and you don't need to keep the shooter. But if she can peel out that yellow, she'll get 2 with hers that are on the button and in the 4-foot. So that looks like the plan. The merge is the merge wipe is growing on me. Here she comes. It looks down weight. It's definitely hack. And here it comes. They got to get on it so it doesn't. And this is going to be a nice shot, I think, if they can get it around this guard. Oh, and they did, and she's going to sit 3. That is a fantastic shot by Mary. If we had the replay function, we would have used it there. But only Ed knows how to use the replay function.
There is a replay.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know how to use it. And I don't want to try it to make.
managed to do the overdub too the other night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Okay, nice shot by Mary to score 3 there. We're going to update. So they are now at 5. And 5-2 coming back in the 6th. And let's switch to sheet B here real quick for some the overhead so we can kind of see what's going on. Looks like 1 red at least. So that's 1 for. But that was just a quick look on my part. I will not confirm that just yet. Over on A, we'll get a look on A as this is a good end here. Broomstones is going to try to run. That's an interesting call. They're going to run the in-off double, their red into an in-off double on those 2 yellows, and if they hit that, they should be sitting 3. So you're going to have to bring some decent weight to it. And confirmed now that was 1 in the 5th for Bucks County. So Bucks County is now up 7-2, coming home in the 6th. And it looks like Broomstones has the line they like. And I'm going to go over and watch that shot because sheet A, we don't have the far camera or the overhead on sheet A, so we've got the wide. Got the wide. Well, no, we have the 3 cameras that do all the scoreboards, so it is visible, but we don't have the overhead, so. So this is going to be, it looks like a control weight hit. Maybe hack the board. And Margaret's shot is off. Line looks great. Sweepers are on it.
You're like good. We play all games on A.
And here it comes. And let's see. Okay, so that is a good result. That's a nice shot.
But it's nice. It was cool.
Yellow is still 1, but Broomstones is now sitting 2-3-4. So with an opportunity to hit out that yellow, they might lose their backing, but their back one, but they would probably end up with 3. So a guard here for Philly is what they want. And I will keep you updated on that game as we go. But we're going to switch back over here to feature sheet C, where we got a couple guards up. Got a really high guard up there. That Cape is going to try to draw behind. I am eating far too much this weekend. But hey, it's a Bonspiel. All right, the drawn C sheet came up another short, but it's another guard, and without hammer, I don't think Mary is too upset about having more guards up there. So here comes
I take a picture. I'm full of cheese.
Comes Jane Thayer here for Bucks. Trying to draw behind those two yellow guards, I think. It's hanging out a bit.
We tried it on the one cap we had at Cornish Rex for a while. We thought, okay,
And Broomstone's over here. And that is going to come in and bite the top 12. So nice shot by Jane. Broomstone's working on their shot. We're going to go over there again. The Philly did get that guard up. So Broomstone needs to find a way to come in and hit.
I'm not freezing anymore.
Oh well, no time limit. There's no time limit.
Yeah.
We got lots of time between jobs.
Yeah,
right?
that's why we're like, yeah. So she's gonna try to. She can get there, I think.
She can. For 3, for 4.
Well, I think if she gets the angle she needs, she might not keep the shooter, but might be some.
Depends on the weight.
As long as it doesn't jam on the back too hard, it
Right,
scoots across
right.
the top.
She was looking at coming the other.
No, I think I like this. I think this is the way you got to get to it, but. And here it comes. Now it's going to move. Yeah, past the guard, curling in. And, ooh, yeah. Jam, so she got one. Yeah, that was a nice shot. And we'll go back to sheet C. So, Broomstones gets one. It's now 4-3 Philly, coming back in the 6th. And Cape wants to take out the shot rock here. Kathy's shot is going to hit the one at the top of the house and roll out. So red still got one behind a bunch of guards there. And yellow, so I think... Yeah. Avalanche has hammer here, so they are going to try to... they're just going to try to block that and make sure they score some here. They've shrunk the scoring area, so... And we'll go to a scoreboard view here. And they're chatting. I'm not sure. I think they're debating between the guard and maybe a tap and split. But I think Deborah likes the guard. And that line looks good. The weight looks good. Sweepers are lukewarm about it. And it's just going to hang out there a little wide. So sweep to try to get it to curl, come back as much as possible. So Kathy going to be asked to come back and say see you later to that yellow there. Oof, that is some, that's a tight broom. Kathy's going to have to gun this one. And she does. This one is, it's got the weight, that's for sure. And it should hang that line past those guards. Sweepers are on it just to keep it going. And she got it. So nice shot by Kathy. And a little roll behind the guard. That is a beaut. So she's in the 4-foot and she is well guarded. By the way, the sun is out. It's a beautiful day in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Come down for the quiche, stay for the curling. plenty of quiche, please.
Okay, so that should be on the
There's our new tagline. We're talking up the key. Right, there's our new tagline.
that should be on the coaster.
We should throw him like these certain words and see what he can do with them.
Okay, so we got the full sheets again here, so let's go back to the cube zoom where Jen is going to try to draw in into the 4-foot. Sit at least partially buried and try to find a way to score here. It looks a little heavy. Let's see. And Mary's going to get on it right away. Okay. So now Mary's going to want that guard, I think.
What's going on over on C there?
C is Kathy made a very nice hit and roll with her second shot. So red is sitting 2 guarded. One's biting the 4. Yellow with hammer, and Mary's just going to try to guard.
Everyone say 6.
Or, yeah, 6. Yeah, I'm looking at the 5th and scores are up.
Let's take a look back on sheet B real quick. As more cocky for Team Muldowney is going to throw her shot, and let's see what's going on here. Well, yellow's got 4 in the paint, but there's one red in the 4-foot that seems to be counting. So if Dan could find a way to move that, she could get back some points here. So we'll keep you posted on that. Back to C. The guard from Mary, and they're hanging on that line a bit. Okay, so it does tighten up that port slightly, so Deborah kind of, that's going to be a tough draw. Had to mute for a second while I let out a big yawn. And Deborah is not a fan of anything she can see. So she's looking at possibly the outside draw here. So let's get a look at that. So yeah, that's where they're setting up out there. So we get a look at all the sheets right now. Everyone playing in the 6th at the moment. And here comes Deborah lining up for the hack. And telling your sweepers what they're looking for. Probably trying to figure out what the weight might be. I'm sure they haven't been out this far yet, I don't think, so they might be trying to guess. Perhaps the sweepers are thinking if she comes through that port in the middle with the intern, she might have a better chance of getting into the 4-foot behind the guard. Here she comes back down. So we'll go to the wide view so we get all the sheets. Again, Diane Muldowney with hammer. It's about to throw her first rock, trying to work out with her vice what the best way to get to that red stone, or does she want to try to outcount it now? Looks like she's looking at a double on that red in the middle. It's there. Oh, and it looks like on B they've changed their shot. They moved the broom in, so It looks like she might just try to draw through the port and maybe sit on those reds there and see what she can do. So, sweepers are ready. Deborah's cleaning the rock, looking at the shot. And we've got 8 watching now. Welcome everybody to Nutmeg Curling Club's live stream of the Sunday morning Crystal Snowflake. We got the C event semis and the D event final right here on sheet C that we're watching. So, and Deborah's shot is off. This is her first rock with hammer. And here come the sweepers. They want it to curl a bit, and oh, that line has been tough tonight. So or this morning. The weight looked pretty good. So it opens it up a bit. Mary again gonna try to just throw that guard up, take away that draw. I think Deborah will have that outside draw available to her for her final shot. So let's go get a look. So Diane took one out of the back. We're gonna go near B and see what. Looks like a tap for the ice Shickles.
Okay, so before these guys come off the ice to shoot this, what are we doing? So is Karen Lucky playing in, well, she might not, the team might not be playing the next game, so is that, Karen for
And it's just gonna guard it up, so that's a fine shot.
yeah, the loser's out.
And that's definitely an angle, so it'll be tough. And Deborah's now, we're gonna go to C. Deborah's now looking at the tap, at the double run here. You can see that angle. She goes red, yellow. It's lined up right at the button, so if she's able to get this with the right weight, this could be a nice shot. Arg. I'm gonna say arg because of the replay. Let me see. Okay, so near C, let's see what we're looking at here. Yeah, that's the shot.
I will never bring
Never bring it to this field again.
Over on sheet A, Margaret Lawler from Broomstones just throws a guard up right at the top. So they are sitting 1, 2, 3 without hammer. And this is about to have Lisa's McCann's first rock. And she's taking a look at where she can get in. So as Deborah continues to look at the shot, we're going to move over to sheet C and kind of so everyone get a look of what we're looking at. So it's 3 red. Red does not have hammer, so I think Lisa might be looking at a hit and roll off that red there. Everything else is pretty well guarded, and there's some dangerous taps available, so I think she wants to avoid them if possible. The 6th is done on B. You did not see the score. I will update you momentarily. But yeah, Lisa looks like she's going back to take a look at that. Make sure she likes that hit and roll. And she does. And it looks like there was a steal on sheet B. I think just the steal of one. It looks like all they had going. So now we're in the 7th. I keep feeling like there's people behind me. Again, these peripheral visions on these headphones are gonna drive me bonkers. And we're gonna slide over for sheet C here so we can get Deborah's hammer throw. Again, she thinks she's just trying to draw behind. I don't know. She's trying to do the double tap, and what an amazing shot this would be. So, and she's got the line. Tap, tap, get there. Look at that shot. Oh, wow. I mean, that's why they get paid the big bucks. That was a fantastic shot by the skip for Avalanche, Deborah Martin. And as I update the score, we'll go back to sheet C. And so as we go into the 7th on sheet C, we are now looking at a score of 5-4 in favor of the Cape. Everything you want out of an event final here. And over on sheet A, this is Margaret Lawler's last shot. She's sitting 3, and she's going for a hit, you know. I think she's just trying to take out that yellow on the outside, maybe. Or plug up that shot so there is no... the shot that Lisa just went for, which was a hit and roll, is no longer available. And that one curled a bit more than I think they thought. But it is another guard out there, so... now she's looking at, Lisa's going to look at the tap on that yellow. I don't think she likes that hit and roll anymore. So that guard likely did its job. And so we got 9 people watching. One of them might be me. I'm not going to confirm or deny at this time, but... still want to show you A lining up their shot. Lisa's definitely taking a nice long look at this tap to try to get in full 8. Looks like she needs a little more than full 8 to get 1. I think she'd be happy just to cut them down, but their 3 stones are pretty close within each other, so sure she's thinking all or nothing here. The newcomers to the Worm Room, I think she might be trying to tell you about Deborah's hammer shot. I don't know if you caught it. It was a angled double tap to the 4-foot, facing 2. It was, yes, it was very nice.
I didn't know. I was just trying to figure out which one of them is taking home today.
Hey Craig, did she make that crazy run back?
Yes. Yeah. So, Lisa's shot here on A is on its way. Sweepers are on it. Now they're off it. And, wow, if this sticks around, and she's sweeping. She got the angle she wanted, but it might have been, I think it just had too much, so... The Vices are going to take a look, and I think they're going to confirm it's going to be a 3 red. Nice shot by Lisa to get that tough angle tap, just hair heavy, and so that would make it 6-4 over on A now. So again, we got a nice battle going on A. They're up in the 7th now. Some good games here this morning.
For some reason, your email came out when I hit text.
And let's go back to the wide shot as we see our sheets on B and C setting up for us.
Somebody, no, I think it's just events. I mean, for new players too. They do it a couple times a season.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it. Well, maybe it's for new. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Aaron rang the bell and Aaron's already here, so he let me in.
Yeah, tell me about this.
34 and sunny here in Bridgeport.
It's like a learning.
I was gonna say, is this like what you do?
We do learning curls that are like.
The learn to curl's a little longer.
Yeah.
Those are more
Socially, it's more like a quick lesson.
Yeah, we call those probably.
And let's go to the far house on C. Some of our visitors this weekend are asking about our curling and cocktail, what we do for that, and it's actually it's a very nice version of the Learn to Curl, where instead of 90 minutes to an hour on the to 2 hours on the ice, you're on the ice for about an hour, and afterwards you come off and you get a free drink and you enjoy the social aspect of curling, which is obviously a big part of the game, and we like to promote just as much as the curling end, because we are a social club. So looks like we're just gonna Mary's just gonna take out the guard here. Don't know if she wanted to peel, but she's got a rock in front, and we've seen some great tap here. So.
Oh yeah. Which is why there's a lot of BYOBs, because they're like county by county too, aren't they? County by county, and I think there's only a set amount. Yeah, there's only a set amount.
And here we go, another take. So Cape Cod has hammer here, and Deborah's just gonna keep this clean, not let the Cape get an opportunity to score too many. So.
Right. Yeah. I used to have a lot of
wine that will cost me $35 there.
And peels it off. So Cape Cod sitting 1 with hammer. Just gonna want to put up another stone in the top of the house there.
And I like the first time, like a lot of like Indian restaurants, and it's not worth it for them.
All games in the 7th end here.
They're like, okay, we don't sell that much.
Our first and second event finalists are going to start showing up, so we got plenty of food for them again. Tons of baked ziti. Which, is it ready yet? I kind of want some. I can wait. Here's the pork. Some baked ziti. We've got baked ziti. Doing the happy dance for the baked ziti. Okay. And here we go. So, sheet A, 2-point game in favor of the Broomstones team. Elaine Ritchie is skipping. I believe I keep calling her, I believe I keep saying it Margaret, but I'm looking at they switched positions. So, my apologies. And yeah, Broomstones. I'm gonna just call them Broomstones, and they just keep bringing the stones into the house, and Philly's gonna try to remove them. So this is the second for the Philly Phlakes. Pam Stephanie gonna try to just take that out and maybe sit. So we'll go back over to sheet C where you guys actually have the camera.
fine.
And the draw sits top house. So red's still sitting 1. You can see, you can't see much of that red. I would say maybe a quarter to a fifth even. I don't think that's something you can get to and hit with enough weight to get it out because it's so far in the house. So I think the draw here is definitely what they're going for. And Kathy Stone is off. Kathy playing very well today and this weekend in the games I've seen. Sweepers are on it. And they're going to lay off it, and it's going to tap that up a bit.
That's your fault. You put the deck on.
I did. That was my fault. She makes that draw if I don't compliment her right before it.
Doing good things here, Jane.
Okay, I do not see a Canadian flag out there, so we'll just do that.
Jane? It's right there.
Oh, okay, I saw that.
Okay, so we have getting our flags ready for the big procession. Hopefully the piper comes.
You guys copied from Cheese Red and White.
I must say the analytics on Yahoo are pretty amusing when you're talking about a shift between 5 and 9 users, viewers. The graph looks a lot more impressive than it actually is. And Deborah's first rock here in 7. She does not have hammer, but she is possibly trying to guard a potential run back or angle run back by Cape team that could take out their yellow that's shot.
Oh, okay, I thought that was why the honey was in there.
Over on sheet B,
The honey was there for some additional sugar.
Bucks is up and up 5, I believe, but they are sitting 2 right now. So Diane is about to throw her first skip rock, or actually this is hammer, so she's going to try to make sure she scores with hammer here.
Yeah, it's just hot water and bourbon.
Some kind of whiskey.
And then I usually just put, when I make them at home, I use a Jim Beam honey whiskey.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah. So I use that with, yeah.
I have protein or toxin, which is the Irish moonshine.
Oh,
That stuff.
And we are at
Really good in a hot
Honey Jack is the best.
Honey Jack is good. Honey Jack is good. I just got I was in Scotland in October.
so she gets the guard. That's going to make that raise very, very tough. To the point where I don't even think she's going for it. Now, there's potential she could tap hers up. I don't know if she'd be able to get it to count, but I think she's just going for the draw. There is...
What is it?
They call it Raskin liquor. Oh, I got like a little
just gets it around that top, that red guard at the bite in the 12. She could be in good shape to at least get 1.
They have to do vodka and gin to get some kind of income coming because those don't have to be aged. There's one up here in the corner, Litchfield Distillery.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad. They had a bourbon that
Okay. The stone is on its way, and
aged it, so they were able to
sweepers are off it. I think they wanted to wait and let it curl a bit. Here it comes back.
It's a distillery.
And it's going to get in there for shot rock. It's going to be open, so Deborah is just going to come in and hit it, and she might even be able to get a roll. Yeah. Yeah, a little hit and roll. Okay, and we're back, and the hit here coming from Deborah Martin. Going to take out that red counter. I can't quite see. The sweepers are on it. She wants to roll, but maybe it's going to over curl on her. And that good save along the wall by the lead for them to make sure it didn't bounce, but she caught it before it affected the stone in play. So it looks like it's at least one red, maybe two. I don't think it's three, but they're going to take a look at those stones in the outside of the 4-foot and see what's going on. But or Mary, I mean, this is hammer, so she could just come in and hit that one on the outside. Yeah.
And I love it. I do love it. But I'm also at the point where I'm just like, okay.
I guess it's whatever she likes. Yeah, and that's what they're thinking. Or, I mean, this could be a draw broom, too. You never know.
Which time did you like better? I mean, weather-wise.
We were in third.
And didn't see what happened. Diane drew for her one, facing two in the 7th. Get one back, so now.
That would be nice.
It was gorgeous. So it was the Highlands in July.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Perfect.
Island of Skye.
And
She rolls like she gets it.
yeah,
And the guy who did the tour at California just was really, really good. The thing that we did was.
and they're looking at the rocks. The warm room seems to think that she just throws the hit, and even if she rolls out, she gets 3. So she's gonna have to throw a lot of weight at this. It depends on what kind of weight the skip likes to throw. If it's more than she's comfortable with, then obviously. But Mary's a good curler, so I think she's got all the shots she needs.
The main island, I guess.
But I think they were just trying to debate what the downside of this was. And again, I think there are at least 2. I can't really tell.
3.
Well,
She takes this out and stays. She's got 4.
yeah, if she stays, but I can't tell if the top red is out counting the yellow. It's hard to tell from
I
here.
think she's only sitting one
She
right
might.
now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then we hear them talking. We're like, oh, that explains what.
And she's off.
We did that.
And it's got to come back.
Falling.
We went up to Inverness for a bit and did lots of
Here comes. Here comes.
Get over here. Get over here.
It's coming back. Does it have the weight? Does it have the weight? And she does have it. So that's going to be a score of 4 for Mary. And we will put the scoreboard up. So red gets a big end there with hammer as we come back in the 8th.
Yeah, so we kind of went all over, and it was amazing. We had 2 weeks, it was wonderful.
And we're going to go to the near houses to get everybody, but we'll keep this. We're going to get everybody on the near houses here. I've got to go tend to some things in the warm room, so I will put you on mute and let you watch it play out. Okay, other sheets before I depart. Other sheets. We are at on sheet B. It looks like Bucks is up 5 in the 8th. Diane has a couple in the house though, so Bucks team's going to want to start hitting stuff out, but they do have hammer. And over in they're playing in the 7th on sheet A, and there's a hit by the Bucks team. So they've now got 4 rocks out of play. So by my count, that's the math. But I think they're going to play it out.
Very awkward for us.
And on sheet A, 2-point game with Philly leading, and I'm gonna switch you to that view because that seems to be the exciting matchup. So we'll look over there. Where's that? So yeah, there you go over on sheet A. It's 1 for Philly at the moment. I'm sorry, 1 for Broomstones at the moment, but Philly is sitting 3 in the house. They're going to come try to chip out that rock. Again, Broomstone's up 6-4 in A. It looks like there's handshakes on sheet B, so the Ice Shickles will advance to the third event final coming up at noon. And looks like they got their 1. At least I'm going to wait for the score up before I confirm. Sorry, I was distracted by paperwork, as often is the case. So, yep. So that is 1 in the 7th for Philly. So Bucks has Hammer up 1, coming back in the 8th. And we're going to switch your view back so you can watch. In fact, I will switch it to the near A overhead, so we can watch that happen. I will come back and commentate when I get it. In fact, I'll change the scoreboard to reflect it, and I'll still give you updates. Red team is Lawler.
No, I got mine in Phoenix. Oh, good. No, I don't think I got mine. Did you see Chris Flies?
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
Lawler.
I like it a lot better than last
Artist
year.
Lights, mine came in, was that the one with the candle?
Yeah. This year they also did Mr. May. It's kind of funny. But
I was gonna say, the sausage and bacon in it, that is a little bit crazy. And is it like a bread and that's syrup sport?
Yep.
It's like a French toast casserole.
There is
There we go. And I will mute and All right, so they are shaking hands over on sheet C, and it looks like Team Colacchio from the Cape will win the D event here. And now I'm going to go back. I'm going to walk over to sheet A and call the rest of this one as we go.
She had, and it's funny because her last shot at the floor, she had this amazing double run back.
A lot of action in the warm room. People getting ready for the event finals over here. So, looks like yellow, Philly, needs to steal one. Broomstones is currently sitting 2, maybe 3, and this will be 3 at least. So I think yellow in the outside of the 12-foot there is out counting the red in the back. So that'll be 3 for 3 for Broomstones, and I'm gonna try to draw. So. So, Lisa looks like she's going to try to draw, probably top button. Yeah, top button. Put something that's counting and difficult to be removed. And I'm going to put my grippers on because it's going to be time to go out and pebble soon. Do you want to start mopping A and B, and then I'll go out and get the pebble ready as soon as you're done. All right, so we are planning out getting the ice ready. We got plenty of time, plenty of time. We can all have plenty of ZD before we hit the ice. That's the plan. Yeah, load up. Got a carbo load.
I don't, I'm skipping.
You don't have to do anything. So here comes the draw from Lisa McCann from Philly. Gonna carry him off that. And okay, so that leaves the stone at the top. That my guess is she's gonna have to come in and hit or tap, or I guess there's still a port to draw, but looks like Broomstones is looking to just plug up that hole. So.
Nice shirt.
I think so. Matching colors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ask me where the
You didn't get the memo?
is. I think it's
Navy and gold?
That was yesterday.
That's right. That was yesterday. No, Army won. They missed. Yeah. Okay.
Offside penalties in the last few minutes.
Okay, so got a guard coming up here. Again, if you're in the area, come down for some wide variety of food, everything from French toast loaf to baked ziti to roast pork. And here comes Elaine with her guard. Sweepers are on it. Looks like it should be okay. They're just being careful. Staying close. Very nice shot. And it's actually going to guard that tap as well. Oh, wow. Perfect spot for that guard. So Lisa needs to do an angle tap just to get in there and full 4. She gets it right, she'll bury. She does have the backing there so you can sit on and force the Broomstone squad to get there. And warm room filling up. People getting ready for the noon draw. Waiting on the Piper. Nervously waiting on the Piper. We'll hope the weather doesn't slow him down. He's local, so should be okay. And Lisa's shot. On its way. Sweepers are off it. Trying to get a little, make sure it gets that angle. And got to come a little more. And did she do it? And she got it. So yellow is sitting one behind guard. And now Brimstone's got to see. They're going to, they just got to try to draw for the 4. Gonna have to get full 4. Nice shot by Lisa McCann there to sit 1 and possibly steal. Nice shot.
What shot?
Lisa's just made a nice shot. Yeah. An angle raise to sit 1. She needs to steal, so.
Oh, wow.
Are they eating first?
Thank you. Thanks. So this morning, we made 1 bite. Today, we only put 2.5 cups of water in it.
Okie dokie. For those of you who are still tuning in, you're being treated to a fun finish here over on Sheet A in the other third event semis. The winner of this game will face the Bucks team, the Shickles, in the third event final. So Brimstone's just trying to. Looks like they're going to go for the raise as well. We've seen a few nice raises so far today. We had one earlier, a double tap raise by Deborah Martin to get one on in the 6th, and that one that Lisa McCann just made to sit 1. So this is it's a long raise, but certainly there. And getting ready in the hack. Gonna take a look. And the shot is off. Sweepers are off it. Now they're on. Now they're off. Now they're on. They're digging in hard. And okay, it just came across a bit much, so we are down to skip rocks here on sheet A. What more can you ask for? So they're going to figure out what they want to throw. So skips rocks. So we're going to send someone out with the tape measure. We've got skip rocks on A, so we should have someone out there with the tape measure. Just one, yeah. So Jane, you got it?
Go ahead and go for it.
Okay. I'm still broadcasting, so
Want me to take the headsets?
if you want to talk, yeah. We're live.
Okay.
Jane's taking it live.
Okay, this is Jane speaking. We're going to be doing a Skips Rocks. And I'm going to go inside so I don't distract anybody. Okay, so you're going to hear some more background noise because I'm back in the warm room. And Philly Phlakes will be throwing first. This will be for a measure. Okay, so yellow rock's off. Not doing too much sweeping. So, okay, now we're getting the sweepers in. More for line rather than weight. Ooh. We'll see how that goes. Oh, to the back. Wow. Back 12.
Good morning.
We're just getting a basic measure.
Yeah, I figure I'm back now, right? Now that I don't have to curl anymore. First morning when I woke up, no boys. And it was all
So red will be throwing next, which is
semi-finals, I'd say the finals. Yesterday I was here and I brought it. Oh, he already did it. I think he had more attention. I didn't have that case.
not much sweeping going on with this rock either.
Yeah.
This one might be a little on the heavy side. And we are through. So, could be handing it back over to Craig. There you go.
Okay, so that draw skips rocks through the house. Excuse me. Sorry. So, and that is the game. So,
There you go.
looks like Philly McCann, the Philly Phlakes will move on to the final coming up soon. So they'll come off the ice, grab a snack, and be ready to go. So we will be back on for the finals in about a half hour.